Well, hello all. It's Kelly from Stampin' in the She Barn. I am here from Oak Grove, Minnesota. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am going live today to share a little business stuff with you first. I always do that. Then I move on to my Make a Card Monday, and then we actually do a drawing the next Monday for people that left comments either on my live or on my replay. And that goes, you have till Sunday, this next coming Sunday, to be able to do that, to get your name in the drawing. And then I usually give away, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 cards, 5 sometimes. Depends on what I got sitting there. So if you are here, please let me know by leaving a comment, so that 1, that gets you in the drawing, and 2, I know you guys are hearing me, and things should be able to get rolling. I do have to move my little mat right here. I've got these, they're not glass, they're like a plastic mat that my office chair rolls on, and I have 2 of them, and one tends to want to wiggle its way over, and then I get caught in the crack of it, and I can't get my desk or my chair to roll up to my desk. So I still haven't seen anybody on here yet, so just let me know if you are here. I may try and move this light up a little bit, see if I can lighten it up a little farther down here. There we go. Oh, I see a thumbs up, so that means somebody is hearing me, so that's good news. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Let me just move my When in Doubt, Add a Wink of Stella that my friend made for me, because those of you who know me know I love Wink of Stella. Okay, starting next Tuesday, I believe it is. It usually always starts on a Tuesday. We have, every other month, we have a new bunch of online exclusive products that come out. And every other month, we update our last chance list. Oh, it's Lynn. Hi, Lynn. So we do usually do something every month. Something new is coming out. Of course, we always got Paper Pumpkin and such. Hi, Caroline. So starting next week, we have a bunch of new products coming out in our July online exclusives. We've got sweets and bundles and miscellaneous items. I did order up the leaf one. I didn't order too much from the online exclusives this time. I'm kind of waiting to see what comes out for the September new, I want to say mini catalog. I got to get myself saying the new September through December catalog. So let me I'll flip this over, since you guys seen the one page, and now I'll flip it over so you can kind of get a quick glance at, oops, the other page. I guess I flipped it on the wrong side. We'll see some Halloween items coming out. We've got Lily of the Valley. We've got some Christmas items that you can order. A lot of people like to do their Christmas cards in July, which I think it's a great idea rather than scrambling. But sometimes I just have a hard time getting my my mind wrapped around Christmas in July. Though it's a good plan ahead type of thing. This is my other one I'm kind of kicking around. It's super cute. It's got little scarecrows in it, and I love fall. I love the colors. I think spring truly is my most favorite time of the year, because things come back to life. Oh, hi, Corey. My hubby's birthday was really good. We were driving back from Custer, South Dakota. Let's see, Friday, his birthday was Saturday, so Friday we headed from Custer to, can't think of the name of it. Al's Campground, Al's Oasis Campground is where we stayed in South Dakota that night. And then we headed from there all the way home, and he drove, I think, about 5 hours straight with the motorhome, with wind gusting on the side pretty much most of the trip. So it was a tough drive for him. I did kind of jokingly say, oh, I could drive from here if you want me to. And he turned and looked at me and he goes, really? And I go, no, I'm just kidding. So I have not drove our new motorhome yet. It is a 40-foot, and I'm a little nervous about that. However, I will get to driving it sometime. So, and that was nice. Austin gave you a ride home, Corey. Let's see what Caroline say. Do you have a Flutter stamp set and punch? I tried using it last weekend and got one punch good. The other two were over the punch, so that is the way my stamp, they all were. Yes, I did, Caroline. I'm going to tell you a trick to doing that because they're photopolymer, they tend to stretch and move. So what I did is I took my punch, I punched out of a piece of scrap paper, I set my All A Flutter, let me see if I got it right handy here. I set my All A Flutter stamp into that template. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to pull mine out and show you. And it took care of my issue. So I'm guessing you may have had the same issue happen because it's, I'm going to move this out of the way. Because it's photopolymer, it, like I said, it will move. So let me just grab one of these sets of 3. They'll all line up. So when you put it on your block, it can stretch out and move. Then it will not line up with your punch. So take your template. Actually, I think I did it this way because that's how my punch is. So I punched it out and then just put your butterflies right in where they go. And then I'm just going to grab a punch block I got sitting here. It's not a big enough one, but then pick your stamps up once it's in that little, whoops, sure, now it doesn't want to stick to it. Okay, we're going to do it this way because I got it stuck to this paper underneath here really good because I have a new piece of paper. All right, we're going back to it. I tried that piece of white paper because the glare you get on here from the lights. So evidently the stamp is really sticking to that paper, probably because I don't have lint or whatever on it. Okay, so let me just get a block that it will work with. Should work with this one. So you put it in that little template, set this down, and then you pick this up. Darn it, it's really sticking today. I must need to clean my blocks. Anyhow, put it in there like that, Caroline. Oh, I can see this is going to be a challenging day for me. Just put it in there like that. Put your block on there. Darn it, it's not going to do it. I'm pushing too hard. Anyhow, pick up your template, or if you want to do it this way, we could just plain do it this way because I'm going to just do it and just see here. Okay, let's see. There we go. They're lined up how my punch is. So they'll fit right in there. And I know when I stamp them, then when I put my punch through, it'll line right up. So anybody else have that issue? Now you know how to be able to fix that. So hi, Chris. Hi, Karen. Yeah, I totally agree. Caroline, I had the same issue when I first did mine. And I'm like, this is not going to work. And then I thought, oh, it's because I got it not straight on the block. So that's what I ended up doing. I just made that template and set it right in there so I knew it would work. Okay, let's see. Where was I? I think I'll put that stamp back on there so I don't lose it from my card for later. And then I can put all this stuff away. And I keep this template right in with extra butterfly punches I have. And then I keep it right in my pouch with my stamp set so that it's always handy. And I've got it all in one spot. So let's see here. I see I have a butterfly laying out there. Put that back in. And let's see. Let's get back to some of the stuff that's coming out for July. I am sure you guys have probably seen a ton of samples already of this. There's a super fun summer one. There's another festive Christmas, the little scarecrow one that I'm probably going to get. But again, I'm going to wait for that September catalog to come out so that I can see if there's something I really want out of that more than I would for July. Because we can pre-order as demonstrators. I think it's the 20th of July. We can see it on the 15th, I believe, and we can start ordering on the 20th. I'll try it again this weekend coming up and do a couple punch templates. Perfect. I'm sure it will work well for you, Caroline. Okay, then we have a Christmas, and then we have a Botanical Expressions with little leaf die that goes with that bundle. And then we have Christmas tags. So we've got lots and lots of, let's see, which side did I show you? I think I showed you that one. Lots and lots coming up. Halloween, another Christmas one. That might have been in the suite that we seen. And then let's see, we've got some designer series paper. I've been seeing a lot with the Violet Dreams because it goes with the suite. Hi, Jerry. A lot of Halloween ones coming up. I have a lot of friends that enjoy doing Halloween things, so I'm sure that will be popular. Here's another Halloween with the dies. There is a embossing folder with little swirls. It says Swirls of Magic. Let's see, we've got some bats and ghosts embellishments. Let's see, we've got some ribbon, some adhesive back blooms. Shimmering Stripes Emboss Designer Series paper. It's really super hard to see this when you're doing a printout, but when you go online, you'll be able to see those stripes on there much better than what I'm able to show you. This is one I'm kind of interested in. It's a tree ring 3D embossing folder. I just think that would make a great background. And speaking of, since we're doing some mail cards today, that would probably be a really good one for mail cards too. I did get the seasonal cheer mini embossing folders. Let's see, do I have them right handy here? I do not have them right handy, but they are, let's see, there's a Halloween one. There is candy canes and leaves for fall. And I think the Halloween one had little bats on it, if I remember right. Let's see, what else did we have? I think that was pretty much it. Oh, we got a few little different stamp sets that aren't in bundles. There's a Raven one. There's a football one. There's one for school that's coming out. There is birthday with little flamingos and walruses. There is Gilded Wings Accents, which are all foil gold butterflies. And then we finally got detailed scissors back in stock. However, they came in and they were so popular, they're back out. And they don't come back in, I believe, until the beginning of August. So we have July products there. We have July Hooray for Birthdays paper pumpkin kit. I'm going to move this up a little bit closer then you can see it. I think I got it in the screen there. You make 9 cards. They have holographic foil accents to them. 3 of each, 3 different designs. Pre-cut paper pieces, of course, and stickers. And our stamp spot this time is Timid Tiger. And it is a 2-step stamping, so they're basically going to line up. And then if you don't have it yet, I just got mine. It is the Detailed Flora Dies add-on. And of course, I did not write the number on there. I'm going to do it right now because I'm going to pull mine out. And then I'll have it for the next time we look at this. Let's see. It is 168664. So 168664. And, oh, if I remember right, I think they were $12 for the set. All right, so that is July's. You just have to be subscribed by the 10th of July. I like to tell people the 9th, so you're on the safe side. And then, of course, we have August and September, but we'll talk more about those when we get closer to those months. I do have a new sneak peek at the July. I'm going to put this back on there, see if I can get that glare off of there. There we go. The product of the month for July is a two-step stamping. And if you don't know what two-step stamping is, it's one stamp can stamp on top of the other. Sometimes, let's say, for instance, your leaf has a bolder outline, and then the next stamp of it colors in that image from the first one. And being that our stamps are photopolymer now, I love the fact that two-step stamping, you can line them right up because you can see right through your stamp to where you're going to go. Let's see, they've got, what, a couple different leaves in here. And then looks like a little bud. Not quite sure what that is. That could possibly be a center to one of these flowers. And then these two flowers stamp on top of each other. So you can kind of see you use your lighter and darker inks, or you stamp off to get the lighter, and then you stamp direct without stamping off to get the darker image. Thank you for everything you do. Sending lots of happiness your way. You are my sunshine and best wishes are your sayings. And then there's a little textured background in there too. I think you might be able to see it on this card right there. Looking forward to this. And product of the month, if you don't know, when you purchase $75 worth of products on one order, you have the option to buy the product of the month for $5. So you could get this stamp set for additional $5. Last month, our product of the month, and of course I don't have the sheet here, super duper cute. Let's see, nope, thought maybe I had it on the table behind me, but it had cute little animals in it. Had a little Highland cow. Oh my gosh, what all, I can't even think of what all it had in it. Highland cow was one of my favorite things in there. But anyhow, that is sold out. And when you do a product of the month, make sure you get it in right away when it starts. It usually starts the first Tuesday of the month, because they can sell out, kind of like those cute little animal ones. And you can only get one of the product of the month. So if you want 5 of them, you're going to have to talk 5 other friends and order in $75, and then you'll get it for $5. That's the only way I know to do it. But if you only want one more, then you only got to talk one of those friends into it. Hi, Leanna. Okay, so that is our product of the month for July. And then, of course, remember, we can always order out of our May through August catalog. Now, this is stuff that is in print. Now, just so you know, you have, look at, I got all my little tabs on there. You have the online exclusives also, like that July. Those, the only way to get them in print is Stampin' Up is letting us do the little printout of those now, but you would only see them basically online at this point. And those come out, like I said, every other month. Let's see, that would be odd number months then. And I think that's it. Yeah, odd number months. So I think that's it. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just tell you, while you're sitting there, I'm just going to throw this one down here. This is one of the simple cards from today. I'm going to grab a little swallow of my Mountain Dew here quick. Boy, is it hot out there today, and the wind. I have to tell you something while I'm waiting to kill off a little bit of time here drinking this Mountain Dew. So, you guys know I have sandhills. I have a mama and a daddy that comes back every single year, provided they always are able to. And I think it's been roughly, I'm going to say 7 years now that we've been seeing them. And sometimes they have babies, sometimes they don't. Most of the time they have always had a baby, but sometimes the babies don't always survive, which just breaks my heart because I just love seeing those little guys. Well, this year they have 2 babies, and maybe I'll try and remember to post the picture that I got on them today on my She Barn Stamper page here, my Facebook Live after I'm done. The babies are almost as big as mom and dad now, and, well, probably 3/4. Well, today I've got a ground squirrel that is just terrorizing some of my plants. Yeah, I'm not going to the game tonight, Corey. It's way too hot out there. I already warned the grandsons. Anyhow, I had this ground squirrel just getting at my plants, and he came in today, and I told him, I said, do not come back, because if you come back, I'm going to have to shoot you. Well, he looked at me, and he turned around and ran. Well, wouldn't you know, he decides to come back. So needless to say, I got out the pellet gun, and I did have to take care of that ground squirrel. Now, I'm usually not a very good shot, and I usually can kind of just scare him away, but this time he got it. I had no idea that sandhill cranes eat that, or can eat meat. I just thought they were always like seed eaters. So anyhow, I got a little video of them picking up the little ground squirrel and teaching the babies how to eat the ground squirrel, and then they had some for a while, and then they left it. So I'm sure a bird or something, eagle, hawk, whatever, will come in and probably pick it up. Okay, done with my story. All right, so here's my deal. I had 3 guy birthdays yesterday. My son-in-law, Steve, my grandson, Gavin, and Sam, we celebrated. So I'm going through my cards, and I mean, literally, guys, I have hundreds, if not thousands, of cards here. And I'm flipping through a bunch of birthday cards, and believe it or not, I don't have hardly any guy cards. So that made me think I got to start making some guy cards. So, poor Squirrely, yeah, I warned him. I always warn him. Usually I give him 3 warnings, and then that's it. But today he really had me mad going in my flowers, so he was in trouble. But nature is cool. Yes, Chris, I agree. Okay, so this is probably the simplest of the cards that I made. Now, it's basically white on white, and then I did a little accent color. I used the Fern and Flora. My hand back there, you can see that impression really good. The Fern and Flora 3D folder. I thought that'd be perfect. It's not flowers, it's greenery, so that would be good for guys. All right, so what I did is I just used basically a white card base. I used the sayings from the Relaxing Waterside, which this is another great guy card stamp set. But I used the sayings, today is your day, have a great birthday, and then I used this little greenery to add some greenery since it went well with the Fern and Flora. So I just embossed a 5 1/4 by 4 basic white piece with the embossing folder. Now this one, the embossing folder, you're going to see is standing out, so it puffs up. All the rest of them that you're going to see today is the back side of that where it sinks down in, and I'm going to show you a super fun technique with this embossing folder and blends today. So that's basically it. I used a 2 1/4 and a 2-inch circle punch. This was Peaceful Pine, one of the new in colors. And then I just added a little twine bow to it. So that is probably my simplest of cards. Then I changed it up a little bit. I take that back. You're going to see 2 of them where they're standing up. So I changed it up to this card. And basically what I did, I used Old Olive as my card base. Still used my Peaceful Pine greenery and Old Olive. And then my 2-inch circle punch and my 1 7/8 inch circle punch. And I embossed, you can see it there. The Peaceful Pine piece, just put a strip in there. You could put 5, 6 strips in there and do them all at once. But this one on the white, I took my ink pad, and I have actually Mossy Meadow here. I don't have my Peaceful Pine, but I took my Peaceful Pine and I just swiped it across and just drug it across the images. And that's what happens on the raised embossed part. That's the color. that's what happens. You just get that color on the raised part. You do get a little bit if you push a little harder in the green background, but I think it looks just fine. A little bit of a distressed look. I think it's a good guy card. Okay, so that is my second card. Then last week, after we got done, if you remember, no, not last week, the week before, or was it last week? Yeah, last week I shared this one with you where I used the memento on it and just did a little happy birthday out of the foil. This is what I'm going to show you how to do today. And this one was colored with blends. It was put on Granny Apple Green cardstock, just a piece of white in there. We're going to give this one away today with 2 of our other cards that we made from the kit last week. But with this card, I colored with blends, and then I ran pecan pie over the top of it. Now, I wasn't planning to do this card today, but I do know I needed mail cards, and I wanted to share this one with you because these were scraps that were sitting on my desk, and I just really liked how it turned out. The technique came from, it was either fellow demonstrator Mary Deathridge or Mary Nabe. One of the two, I seen them do it and thought, oh, I got to try doing that. So now I'm going to share it with you. But again, just scraps and things I had laying on my desk. I used the, this is the Golden Glow in color. And then I just had the postage stamp dies laying there. So I just cut out a lighter color of, let's see, you can see it right here. This is the Golden Glow on the background. And just put that inside the card. Just give it a little bit fancier look to it. Okay, so then I'm going to show you the other 2, and then I'm going to show you how I made that. So here's another one. Very simple. I colored all of these flowers with blends. And you can use light blends, dark blends, whatever blends you want to use. And I'm going to show you how to color it. And then you just take and swipe your stamp pad right over the top of it. Now this one I use pecan pie to go over. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but I did add a little wink of Stella on the flowers of this style. And then I just had, let's see, this is Granny Apple Green, and I had a stripe laying there on my desk, so I just put that on there, and I put another stripe of the Golden Glow, so it brought these 2 colors together on top of that card. And then, again, have a great birthday and pecan pie. I did the little grass in the Granny Apple Green, and then I colored my my rhinestones with the Granny Apple Green embossing folder. Let's see, here are the cards I made with the suite. Used different colors of green cardstock, embossed it, then ran a dark blue ink spot over the embossing folder. Yep, same idea. Cut out some of the leaves in various colors. I don't know, I can't see it, Caroline, if you actually attach those cards to this or not, but I could read what you were doing. So same idea. Let's see, so that was the fourth one, and then this is the 5th one that I did. And again, I'm going to flip this over because you'll see that I used a lot of these colors in here. Fern and Flora embossing folder, there's a number, and it was $11. I used Old Olive Granny Apple blends, and there's the numbers for them, and they're $12 each, and you get 1 light and 1 dark, so you get both colors of the blend. So it's a color lighter than the actual cardstock and a color darker than the actual cardstock. And then this is the Golden Glow cardstock, and there's the numbers, $14 for the 24 sheets, and you get 2 cards out of each sheet. Old Olive cardstock, you'll see, is one of my layers in there. There's the number and $14. I did use 1 7/8 inch circle punch. That's $25. And then I did the pecan pie where I swiped stamp pad, and then those are $11. So here is that one. And I did just add rhinestones to it. I didn't put those numbers down. And then this is an old ribbon, but I just wanted a little more bling to this card. So that's why I chose to add that. And then again, this is the old olive. And you know what I told you, Granny Apple. No, that's Granny Apple Green. Let me make sure I did that. Nope, it's old olive cardstock. I think I told you Granny Apple on here. It's old olive too. Sorry about that. All right, so basically, again, that's getting the swiping technique that I'm going to show you. What did I do on the inside? Oh, just a saying and a couple little greeneries. So I already did part of the coloring just to make this time go much faster. So if you look at the back of the card, this is the part that stands up, and then you'll know when you use blends, they always bleed through. So you never want that to be like on the inside of a card. You always want to layer that onto something. So here is Daffodil Delight. Let me just pull my blends up in here. So I used dark Daffodil Delight to color these little flowers. There was a little bit off on that side. And then I used dark Mossy Meadow to do this fern style. Here's another one, and here's another one. You could make all them different colors if you wanted to. And then this is dark soft Seafoam, which is what I colored here and over here. And I'm going to finish coloring this little bit, so I'm just going to do it right now. I'm going to tell you, I used mostly my brush tip end, but I will tell you, if you have a lot to color with your brush tip end and you're going at it with a point, I will tell you, you're going to ruin the point on your blends. So when I did it, I stayed to the side. I just kind of laid it down and went right in there. And if you go outside the lines, don't worry about it, because you can see on here, you're going to see a little bit of the outlining of it. I think it looks just fine. However, if you took the black stamp pad on it, you don't see any of that outlining on there. The black covers it all up. So I'm guessing if we even used like early espresso, the dark brown of that, you probably wouldn't see the outlining of this as much as you do. So if that drives you crazy, use a darker stamp pad, and then that should take care of it for you. So that is the last of my Seafoam, but I do have a little tiny bit of the curly one here. And on that one, I used light Granny Apple Green. So since it's just, well, yeah, I could do it with my brush tip. I'm just going to come in here and just get in there and color that. I think the tip of my, I don't know if you can see the white on there. It's getting a little bit dry. So I'm going to flip this over and finish it up with the other side of the Granny Apple. Hi, Sylvia. I have so much to learn. It's fun to learn different techniques. I know some of the gals that are on here are my demonstrator friends, and they probably already know all of this, but it's always fun to see different creations from people. Okay, now I want to put a bit of a scrap piece of paper under here so I can kind of try and save my white piece for a little while. And I'm going to show you this one. I'm gonna make it different. I haven't done one. Well, I shouldn't say I haven't done one with it yet. I cut this little piece down, and you'll see this is one of the sides that I cut off. And I made a little strip that goes on the inside of the card. So this was the other piece that I cut off. So I'm just gonna drag this on here, and you can see Crumb Cake is a little bit lighter than my Pecan Pie. Can see that on there. So this card's going to have a little bit lighter background than the other cards. So let's just go ahead and do it. I'm going to tell you when. There's a couple ways of doing it. You can take your stamp pad and push it right down on there and let it soak in if you want to. And then do the other side, let it soak in. If you overlap color, you might see a little line in there. If that drives you crazy, then you could easily do something like this. Take a strip of paper and put over that line so it hides it. Nobody would even know it. Let's see. I personally like to swipe. When I did that black one, I laid it on there and really laid that black down in, which no big deal. One thing, let me pull that one out. One thing about that, a lot of times when you lay it down, if you push down, you can push those colors through there, but you can even get that when you're swiping also. So I'm going to tell you, when you swipe, you're going to want to hold your stamp pad. Let's see, how can I do this? At a little bit of an angle. You don't want it straight up and down. You need it at an angle to be able to drag it across. And use a light touch. I usually keep my finger on there just to have a little more control. So use a light touch when you do it. Remember, you've got excess here, so if you're swiping with it this way, you're going to kind of miss an area there. So use your pad where you have the least amount of white edge to it. Okay, let me flip this over. Look at that. I just got smeared right on there. Go figure. That's about how it works for me sometimes. Okay, I'm going to go this way, and then that way I can flip it, and I think I won't have the overlap. Or let's see, I could do this way too. I'll do this way just because I like the angle on the camera a little better. All right, so I'm just going to swipe it across. Now I have a little bit of white in there. If you don't mind that, just leave it. Oh, I should warn you on this. With this embossing folder, you're going to see down here and here, and I probably should talk to Stampin' Up about it and see, because I was messing with my machine today. This folder, I don't know if it's purposefully meant for some of that to be lighter and not as heavy. It could be, looking at it, not as deep of depth to it. Or possibly I have a defective folder. I don't know. I guess I should call Stampin' Up and talk to them about that. But where it's lighter in there, you can see it here and here. Let's see, where else was it? I think it was over in the side over here and down in the flowers here. You're going to pick up ink on those edges. Again, if it drives you crazy, put something over it and cover it, or be just super careful that you don't get too much of a drag to it. Keep it a little flatter versus angled more. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn this, and I want to try and pick up this side where I left off. I'm going to come across here again, and you could leave those whites if you like that. Hi, Beth. Thank you. But I'm going to try and color them in just a little bit more. And again, I'm just going over it and trying to keep it fairly light. And then I'm going to come over here and get this side. And now if you want, you can go back and go this way too. So since I'm on video, let's just do it. I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. It's filling in a little bit of that white more. Now, if it drove me really crazy, I'd probably take and push my block down on there a little bit. But I kind of like that, what I'm seeing there. So I'm going to stop. And let's see, on the inside of my card, I need to stamp a saying. Here's my little strip that I did, that I cut off that piece. And I like darker images for sayings because, again, I probably have said this on here before, those of us that are getting a little bit older, our eyes don't see light images as well as they do dark. So I did this part already. Today is your day. I'm going to put that on the front of the card. So I am going to stamp "Have a Great Birthday." So let's just ink that up. And I'm using Mossy Meadow. Yep, make sure it is Mossy Meadow on this one. And I just need to move this down a little bit. Hopefully I can get this good and straight. And if you don't, then you just do what I do. I'll stamp it on another white piece of paper, and then I'll put it right over the top of it so nobody even knows you messed up on that inside of your card. I think I want to do a little grass on this too. So I have my little grass stamp, and I'm going to pick up some Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to turn it this way. And I'm going to stamp another one. There we go. Set them aside so I don't get my fingers in them. Close up my ink pad. Let's get those out of the way. Okay, then let's finish assembling this card. So I need to get rid of this ink here. I need to just take, I don't have my bone folder handy. I took it with me. Oh, look at that. I got a little bit of green on my finger. But I think we'll be fine because I think our piece is going to cover that up, which it will. Okay, this is crushed curry. Now, if you are normally like me, you don't see this. I'm kind of leaving this on here, but normally I would punch out some circles or something behind here, things that you can use for sayings in the future, because they're not going to see it anyhow. So why waste that paper when you can punch those out and have them for other projects, you know, things like this or like this one or like this one. So that's what I do with those pieces. All right, now we're going to add this one. Now this would be a good time if you choose to want to put some ribbon or something on there. That would be a good time to do it before you adhere it down. Oh, I should tell you, sometimes you see little white through them. If that bugs you, go back and you can color them in. But I think because I have a little white on there, I'm going to leave them. That's part of nature. That's just kind of how it is. But you could easily go back with your blends and color that in. Sometimes on your darker ones, they might really stand out and you would need to go in and do that. All right, I am going to pop this up. So let me get a little dimensionals on here. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that one. I've got leftovers on this piece here, so now is a good time to use these little leftover pieces. And then I think I want to put some on the inside here. Because this is a fairly good size piece, I'm just going to work it all the way around. And remember, if you see those little bits of color on there, that's purposefully put on there so you can make sure you got the backing off of all of your pieces. Beth loves it that way. I do too. I mean, it gives you a different look. Some people don't really like distress type of looks. They're very meticulous with that. And some people love that distress type of a look. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to put this? We could go up, oh, well, yeah, it could go up there, could go down here, could go right in the middle. Do I want to see more of the daffodil or do I want to see more of the green? I think I might come down in here. And then maybe I'll have room for a couple of little embellishments too. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just adhere this on there. I think that looks pretty good there. All right, and let's see, what do I have handy for some embellishments here? I got Moody Palette. Ooh, and I think I could put some Old Olive on there, but I think I'm going to go for some of these white ones, just because I've got some of that white distressed look there. So let's do a white one. And let's see. Maybe we'll put one down here. And I think I like the little triangle that direction. All right, so there is another guy card for you with our little inside. And again, don't throw those little strips away. Put them on the inside if you want to on your cards, because it always adds some interest to it. So let's see, we have this one, which we'll do this one in a giveaway. We have this one for next week. We have, let's see, can you see it here? Got to move up a little bit, I think. Here's another one. and then 2 of our white ones. So there we go. Fun cards today. Really easy, really simple. Hope you like them. I think I may do more guy cards next week, and maybe we'll do it with maybe scraps of paper or something. I got to see what I have for some designer series paper that might work good for men's cards. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead. We'll give this one away because I like that it has a little more color to it. We'll do that next week. We'll do this one next week. And then we will do this one next week. And since I had this one sitting there, I should really do this one next week too, because it kind of goes. Except that means I would only have 2 to give away this week. So I think we'll go ahead and do these 3. Or you know what? Let's do these 3 because that's kind of a lighter one. We'll do these 3 next week. All right, let me set them up there. Let's get our names for our drawing. This was our kit, if you remember right, from last week. And I'm going to just pull that up here quick so I can recall the name of it. Oops, that wasn't it. I think it's underneath here. It is called Washes of Gratitude, item number 167823. If you like this one, you get to make, let's see, 4 of each card design. And I think I did, you know what? It wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago because I was on vacation. Let me just pull these guys out. And, you know what? We're going to leave that because I've got extras of these cards. So let me pull one of my alternates out. These are basically what they look like. Here's one of my alternates. Here's another alternate from 2 weeks ago. Let's see. This is, again, same as that one. So we want to change that one up. Oh, here's one of my alternates. And then we're going to give away one of these other alternates. Let's see. Maybe 2 of them. Because I just feel like we should do that this week. Here's another one, same as that first one. Looks like I added butterflies on this one. This was another with that die. A thank you. These were all thank you cards too in this kit. Here's another alternate. And whoops, and one more alternate. So let's see. I want to do one with these leaves on there. I kind of like this one. We'll give that one away too. All right. So now we'll have 3 to give away, kind of from the same kit basically. Where is my drawing list? Let's put this aside. You wonder how my desk gets so messy when I do a live, but I know how bad it is. Oh, Eva made it. Hi, Eva. I'm going to grab a little swallow of my Mountain Dew while we're waiting here. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. Okay, we've got to get these names off my sticky piece there. In our drawing this week, this was from the live from 6:15. We got Virginia, Caroline, Rayanne, Lynn, Leanna, Chris, Karen, Luann, Michelle, Jerry, Chris Conroy, Beth, Julie, Barb, Lisa Young, Lisa Hanson, Sylvia, Laura, and Eileen. So let's go. Let's give away this one first. All right. And our winner is Michelle. Congrats, Michelle. I will put your name on here. And I'm sure we will be seeing each other somewhere along the way here. So I'm just going to hang on to it till you tell me if you want to pick it up or if you want it mailed out. Set that there. All right. Let's give away this pink one. Flirty Flamingo, I think that one is. And our winner for this one. Oh, Chris Conroy, congratulations. I got 3 cards sitting here for you. If you want me to mail them, I can mail them. You just have to let me know. I think you and Sylvia might be getting together here pretty soon. You never know. So let me put Chris's name on here. Oh, it's the Chris with a K. Let me change that up. That'll help me. Okay, I'll put that with your other cards, Chris. We'll keep these out here so I can have something on the screen for you guys to look at here shortly. All right, and our last one. Oh, I got one that's exploding on me, so let me refold this one. Otherwise, my fingers may tend to want to grab that, and that would not be very fair. Oh, you can grab them for us. Sounds good, Sylvia. All right. Let's go back to this. Eyes are closed, and our winner is... Let's see, who is it? Lynn! Congratulations, Lynn! This card is yours. Let me throw those little slips of paper back in there. I'm sure we will be seeing each other at the end of the month. So I will, oh, and you're very welcome. That's awesome, Sylvia, that you can do that. I'm going to put that right in with our demo meeting group so I don't lose it. We'll set these two back down here. Let's see. What little bit do we have to chat with before we are done for the day? Gosh, I hope everybody is staying cool with this crazy heat. As far as I know, everybody's doing pretty good health-wise. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Probably a lot of people getting ready to go on 4th of July trips, so please be safe. I will be here next Monday, God willing. Let's see. And I think I'm going to do another group of guy cards because, you know, we just sometimes don't have enough of them. And if we can get some ideas out there to make some great guy cards, I'm all for it. So, I think that's it. God bless your day. Have a great rest of your week. Stay cool. And I will post my little sandhill cranes on here too. Oh, Leanna, cool picture. I love it. It was good to see you yesterday, and I got to point out your little puppy to my family that was in the DQ when we were celebrating birthdays. So, talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye.